basically what SRP does, and SRP stands for Synthesized Reality Productions. So the first thing we're going to talk about is SRP, a what now? And so, what are we? This is our mascot, her name is Yume. This is the version of her with the cute little cat ear hoodie heads up. There's also versions of her down. We have our own MMD models of her because we have, well, I'll talk about that in a sec. But there's our logo, there's our pretty logo.
There's our mini logo. The big logo's up there too.
Yeah, the big logo's up there. This is our sort of condensed logo. It's very cute. And so we are SRP, which again stands for Synthesized Reality Productions. And synthesized obviously comes from synthesized voice software, reality productions, and obviously synthesized reality. We're trying to make this reality. And we are productions because we are a production company. We don't just do vocaloid concerts. We can do anything. Like I think we're doing weddings and
yeah, we're doing a wedding thing.
Yeah,
but we can't really say much about it.
We can't say much about it, but anyway. And as such, we are made up of sound engineers and animators and artists and musicians and stagehands.
And cosplayers.
And cosplayers, yes, yes. And a booth babe, which is me.
Oh, yeah.
Love that title. And so, but we do specialize, even though we can do everything like weddings and like other concerts, we do specialize in live vocaloid concerts. The projection ones, like what you see on YouTube. With the screen, a projection system, and all the characters up on stage, and music and everything, so that is what we specialize in. So, why are we here? So why is SRP here? Because, well, here. We are doing a live vocaloid projection concert. If you did not hear about it, their tickets are free, so I will talk about that.
And there's like very little left.
Oh yeah, there are dubs. Yes, BT dubs, by the way. So when is it? It is at 4:30 to 5:30. Seating starts at 4. Lining up starts at around.
Line has already started. There's a line down by International Ballroom, which is the room it's in. Cool. Near the food truck line.
And where, as you said, International Ballroom B. That is first floor. If you behind like the stairs, if you go down the stairs, you're going to go here. I will turn around.
It's next to the exhibit hall and the food truck line.
Yes. So if you use the stairs and you're walking down the stairs, you're going to go around and to the elevators. And then past the elevators, and on the left will be International Ballroom B at the very end. And as she said, it is by the food truck and the exhibit hall. So look for those, and you'll find us for the line. And where it is, International Ballroom B. And the cost, this is the best part, it is free if you have a PMX badge. However,
if you're in here, you have a PMX badge. Good job.
Good job. You can go to the concert.
Halfway there.
Yeah. However, ticket reservations, even though it's free, there were ticket reservations just to reserve a spot. And so we have extremely limited space. Like 3 hours ago, we were 90% full. I have no idea what we are at right now, but if you really want to go to this concert and you have not reserved a ticket, go to registration and see if they have any left. It's completely free. Just line up and then you can get your concert ticket. And we just have to do this so that we make sure that we don't overfill the room, because then fun things happen, like fire hazards and penalties. Yeah.
So we get sued and everyone does. Also, just so you know about the concert, it is going to be standing space. I'm sure we'll have chairs somewhere for some people, but it will, like 99% of it is going to be standing space. Just FYI.
Yes, and so now you may be wondering, maybe you have burning questions about this company. So we did a frequently asked questions / about SRP, because perhaps some of these are not frequently asked questions. They're asked questions, though. They are asked, perhaps not frequently.
So, like a real vocaloid concert?
Yes, in fact. We have the whole deal. We have the fancy projection system. We have the screen, which I can't talk about because the logistics of it, because of a non-disclosure agreement. Yeah. Yay. But we have the music. We have popular music, and then we also have some sort of like smaller lesser known artists, but we also have popular music that lots of people know.
And Miku.
And we do have Miku, so yes. And so yeah, and short answer, too long did not read. Yes, these are real vocaloid concerts, we promise. Someday.
We don't have his model yet.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
We have
only a couple of us on the team.
We make our own
We'll get there.
We have to make our own models because of
What about Oliver?
Huh?
We'll get there.
If anyone, Empath P, or she also goes by Aki, she is an excellent Oliver user, and she works with us, and so in the future we might have more of this on.
We probably will. We're working on it, guys.
The problem is we have to use our own models. We have our own modelers that make our models, and so we have to use it for legality reasons.
Yeah.
And they've been working down to the bone to get this thing down to PMX. So they were quite tired, and we have a full concert, but we are going to take requests like for songs and models, and then eventually.
We'll get there.
Yes. And now the second question, which is very important. We get asked this a lot. Are you guys even allowed to do this? And then after that,
Well, in this case, why is it called an unofficial concert?
because if you look on the website, it is called an unofficial or fan-based concert. So for the first question, we are allowed to do this. We have licensing or permissions from every single company, vocaloid company, Krypton, that we use. And so any products that we use, we have licensing from these companies directly. Well, there's exception. I will talk about that in a moment. And leads into it. Very nice, isn't it?
There's brothers.
I can do words. Cool. We have licensing with we work very closely with Internet Co, who makes Gumi, Gakupo, Lily. Gumi-chan, I know. So we work very closely with them. We actually did a full Gumi event in San Francisco.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
SRP.
The people who work with SRP.
We have some members that were part of the Gumi event in San
Yes.
Francisco for the English release.
This also leads into another question.
We'll talk about that after we talk about the unofficial thing.
Yes, so we work very closely with these people, and we have full licensing and permission. And now this leads very well into the next case. So, why is it called an unofficial concert? Does that mean we don't have licensing? Does that mean we're not allowed to do this? No, it is not. The reason why we have to call it unofficial is because our licensing with Krypton is a little bit different. Right now we're licensed through Miku Book, and so just because of how we do our licensing with Krypton right now, they would like us to use the word unofficial or fan-based in our concerts. We're working towards, eventually we would like to change the licensing, but it wasn't possible for this.
For now, we're an unofficial concert.
For now, we're an unofficial concert, even though we are endorsed by the companies. And so
what we're doing is totally allowed.
Yes, we have to call it unofficial or fan-based just because we were using Krypton products in the show, and that's why. And so we would like to abide by their request. And then the other thing I was talking about, wasn't there another group that did something like this? What happened to them? What was that about? A lot of our members used to be part of Vocaloid Visions, and Vocaloid Visions did these shows, but the problem, it was a little bit iffy because Vocaloid Visions was a band, and then they were also the production company for the concerts, and so unfortunately, we didn't have as great of a team as we do now, because working with, through the band, and then
Things got muddled.
Things got very, very muddled, and there was, issues.
Yeah, things got muddled, and the CEO... The CEO, Tempo P, he had to, due to work, he had to leave the company for just temporarily, and so we disbanded. And so Wolf Nibby is our current CEO. He is our sound engineer, and he decided to make a new company that is based solely, it's not a band, it's not other things, it's solely a production company. And so that is what we are now. We are only doing Vocaloid concerts, we are not, even though we're production company for everything, we specialize in these Vocaloid concerts. And so that has allowed us to get our own animation crew. We have very nice musicians now that work for us. And so the quality has jumped a lot. We're still working, every concert we try to improve the quality, there's been a very large jump in this. And so that is basically what happened. Vocaloid Visions, it was just a little muddled, and it worked out, but we tried to improve it for SRP. So I guess to answer the question, we are not the same group, but many of our people have the experience that we've learned from that group. And so now I will open it up to you guys. Are there any questions that I did not answer, or just burning questions, irrelevant questions, like, how's the weather today? And I'll be like, oh, it's sunny, it's nice.